Alright, enough of that detour. We have made shiny flickering thing. And now there's a countdown. Counting down from 4:13. Yes, it's almost as if these numbers mean something. 4, 8, 16. No, I'm not gonna do the last numbers. What is this thing? And what is that clock counting down to? I've been looking at the GameFAQ walkthroughs to figure some of this stuff out. Because of course there's a GameFAQ walkthrough for a beta of a game that had actually, if it was supposed to have come out 3 days ago, then that actually makes a lot of sense that there's already a GameFAQ out for this game. So in fact, never mind, it's perfectly reasonable. Hold while I read further, Jacob. Okay. All of these walkthroughs are extremely short. None progress much further than this point. Weird. I mean, it is a new game. True. Now that the lid is off, you'll need to extrude some cruxite. You extrude one cruxite down. Okay, so this just makes does this make as much cruxite as we want? Can we just like spin the wheel forever? Shoo, 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 shoo. Just quiet. I don't know what we need it for, but it looks like a resource like we'd have for like it goes with our gushers, I guess. Interestingly, the thing moved. Okay, so this like this the I'll just call it an egg. Yeah, the egg moves. Why? Why does the egg move? Why does something happens when the egg gets touched? That's what it is, and it has to be touched by something that isn't a game aspect. Yes. Or maybe it could have just broken. Yeah, it doesn't want the. Yeah, it just probably didn't want to get hit. I'm overthinking it. It's late. I like to overthink things when it's late. I feel like I feel like we should be hurrying. That countdown is making me nervous. John? Oh, your PDA is trapped under the cruxite now, isn't it? Anyway, it looks like you're going to need this card, too. We need to... So, I said earlier that I liked what we did with the inventory, where you can just pull from either side, but this is no good. He needed to flip it and then pick it up. Because the trick with this inventory system as to not launch glass through the air at 100 miles an hour is to have the 3 pieces of glass in the center of 2 useful items. That is the key. That is how Jacob fucking Ghostman wins at Homestuck at Sburb. Or actually, the inventory abstraction was before they introduced Sburb as a concept, so that's how he wins at life, because apparently this inventory system is just how life works for Jacob fucking Ghostman. Okay, so TT is going to deploy the pre-punched card, yes. She selects it, and then she opens the item menu, and instead of dragging the pre-punch card onto the game field, she instead uses the deploy tool on the item menu, because fuck game design, I guess. But Andrew Hussey wasn't designing a game, he was designing a comic, so I don't care. This fucking Harlequin is still here. It's still here, guys. Of all the things that have been thrown out of the house and broken, this Harlequin's still here. I don't like it. I'm not happy about it. Jacob, get the card. Oh, no, fucking Jacob, no. Jacob, no. Okay, so we damaged the Harlequin. That's fine. It's not an evil Satan being that will take revenge on us or anything. It's really not. Like, I don't think that could even be a plot thread that the Harlequin. Like, it's not gonna happen. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. A shard of glass is expelled from the deck and maims the Harlequin doll. It's fine. Oh dear. Okay. And then now we have apple. We have blue. We have acquired blue. It is the fabled blue that that Becky has. Becky who will not let us smash. Becky, why won't you let me smash, Becky? You have blue. I will give you blue. Let me smash. Okay. Yeah. There it goes. Yeah. Yep. Now he's switching, and now he's but he's also still shooting out the glass. God fucking damn it. We are going to get murdered by a fucking Harlequin god missing a fucking arm and blind in one eye. Because this is revenge. This is revenge for Jacob being fucking stupid. This is what's going to happen. I need to stop speculating, but just the idea that the jester was the true villain the whole time is just funny, because like John had that initial, like, oh fuck, I hate it. So of course the thing at the end of the road is, oh fuck, I hate it even more though. Ooh. You take 2 fanciful Harlequins. The additional uses freight pushes your PDA to the last card. You then switch to the Q modus so you can access the PDA. More glass shrapnel fires from the deck and cuts a completely innocent Harlequin. The jester actually represents my fucking sanity reading this comic at 2:21 a.m. But regardless, we shall continue on. I can't. Oh god. So, here's the motherfucking tea. Is this where Toby Radiation Fox gets the idea to have a mysterious character in his fiction that speaks only in symbols that cannot be immediately translated by a human being without the use of a computer? Is the egg actually W.D. Gaster? But that's just a theory, a game theory. This thing keeps following me around. I think it's trying to talk to me or something. That is probably the Colonel sprite. It apparently needs to be prototyped. Twice, actually. Whatever the hell that means. These walkthroughs are horrendously written. Okay, well, you are the one with the cursor, so just do whatever you think is the right thing to do. Also, fix my bathroom. Thanks, Jacob. Also, fix my fucking bathroom, you bitch. Okay, prototype. Prototyping. Prototype. Huh. 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 How do you do? What's the huh? I can't do it. The villager thing from Minecraft. Oh, fucking huh. Oh, God fucking damn it, you stupid child. Please, please, please. You are creating a god. I'm now convinced that this is about creating a god. And he's going to create a god that has been specifically injured by him. Just been deliberately affected in this way. This is going to turn out awful. This is going to be abysmal. I fucking bet. Sorry, you're right. I was blaming Jacob for this. Jacob would not do this. I apologize. Jacob, you're not a stupid little child. You are moderately intelligent and have good taste in film. But you're right. My main point was I was angry at Jacob for doing this. Point still stands. This is going to be abysmal for all involved. Thank you. Thank you, TT, so much for doing this. I'm not blaming the reader unless we want to take the abstraction that these characters are in a sort of game where they're being told what to do, but I don't think that'd be a main theme in the comic if he drops that actual thing later on. Like, is there a thing? It's probably spoilers to tell me actually if there's a thing like that. Right now I'm considering it as the reader input is not a part of the story that should be analyzed or looked at. But that could be wrong. I don't know. But I'll move on. Oh, there's the act. She did the thing. She's done. Oh, and it does a big flash. Yes. Good. I've heard this music. Colonel Sprite has been prototyped with the Harlequin doll. Oh, Jesus. Oh, now it's speaking in, the French, it's not a French cross. What the fuck? Oh, interesting. Okay. What is this symbol called? It's the one they use for Saints Row. For the gang in Saints Row. I don't remember what it's called. I still can't understand. This thing's gobbledygook. That was only Tier 1 prototyping. There is still another tier to the prototyping process, which, for all we know, merely advances this entity through increasingly exoteric states of linguistics. The clock is ticking. We don't have time for this asinine tomfoolery. This unmitigated poppycock. Extravagant hogwash. Okay, stop. Stop typing whatever silly thing you're typing. I'm going upstairs to the big platformy thing. The Alchemita. Try to learn the lingo. Fleur de lis. Yes! Yes! Fleur de lis! That's what it's fucking called! It's called that! There's a My Little Pony named after it that has it as its cutie mark. She's a model. I don't know where I was going with that. I'm sorry. Okay, Jacob, please use the pre-punched card with the alchemitter. Oh, there is no slot for a card anywhere to be found on the alchemitter. The Colonel Sprite followed you upstairs. What thing has a slot on it? The other thing has to have a slot on it, right? It's the lathe. I think the lathe had a slot on it. TT Explore Athenium. Oh, acquiring a Cruxite dowel seems to have populated the Athenium with Athenium. Athenium? We'll figure it out. With one item, a perfectly generic object. I thought I had the vocab ready to go, but then Athenium, it's got me. I can't decide which one it is, so I will just move along. Jacob, capsulog that telescope. God fucking damn it, Jacob Ghostman. I can't believe you've done this. Oh, I can't believe you've done this. Oh, good. You snatch the telescope from its tripod. Who knows? It might be useful. But more importantly, it pushes the Cruxite to the last card, making it available for tinkering, and the PDA is predictably jettisoned into the yard over the neighbor's fence. I can't, you guys. I can't anymore. This is physically painful. To have my good child, my good boy, Jacob Ghostman, to be treated like this. I can't. Jacob, you need to be more smart and not as much dumber, please. Jacob, put the Cruxite on the weird pattern on the alchemitter. You place the Cruxite dowel on the alchemitor's small pedestal. Something is happening. That is a very awkward position for that arm to be located in. Meaning if someone were to open that door and exit, they would get smack-dibbly-dabbed in the face by a robot arm. Let's hope that never happens. That's never going to happen. You set the alchemitor to cast three perfectly genetic objects for some reason, expending a total of 6 units of build grist. These things look completely useless. What a waste! That's really rude. Cubes and or crates, depending on how light they are and if you can stand on them, are very useful, as most Half-Life 2 speedrunners will know. Out of the corner of your eye, you notice there's something in the sky. I often notice there's something in my sky. So we're at 3. No, we have 12, and we're spending 6, so we have 6. Alright. We have 6 blue, bubbly, blue raspberry gushers remaining. Perfect. I can't right now. Jacob Ghostman, switch modus and use telescope to inspect sky. You switch back to stack modus and get a closer look with your telescope. Whatever it is, the Colonel Sprite seems particularly agitated about it. Yes, Saber. I understand It's the very same reason I love putting awkward inventory systems in my quests when I go and play on TG quests and run something. But as it is great if it's a quest from start to finish. As if I am supposed to, as a reader, consider Homestuck as a story from start to finish, somebody once put it to me that it's less of fiction in the traditional sense and more a play that you are reading. And then, like, reading the play, it's very frustrating to have characters act this way. But it's still funny in its own kind of way. And it's in its own, like, kind of haha, the characters being really dumb and doing stupid shit, and then comedy ensues. Much in the same kind of train that of the films that Jacob Ghostman likes to watch. Films like Little Monsters and was it Marv and Me? I forget what the other film was, but he had those kind of like dorky comedies in his film repertoire. Mac and Me, yes, Mac and Me. So that kind of like weird slapstick is something that this character in particular is actually familiar with, and it can actually be excused in the narrative if it's only this character. The fact that that TT grabbed the thing and threw it in makes that a little more frustrating, because TT, at least at this point, doesn't have a connection to that theming the way that Jacob Ghostman does. I think that's my point. I'm just gonna. I don't know if you're enjoying the fact that every single point makes me ramble, but that's how I am. Regardless, the thing he's looking at, the Colonel Sprite, which has now we see has emotions and action prescribed to it. Before, you could have said it just followed him up the stairs because it's programmed to follow him up the stairs. It's programmed to dodge objects that are being thrown at it. Every action it's taken so far can be ascribed to an automaton. Speaking of things that are in Jacob's room, there's that automata book. It's programmed to violently shake in response to telescopes. But this, like, it being agitated is prescribing it a humanity that it didn't have before. Being agitated is something a person does. It's something a animal does. Animals can be agitated. They are sentient in some way. That's something I wanted to talk about. Let's just move on. He sees a meteor. Yes, I knew there was meteors involved. The blue thing is me. It is an angry satyr screaming at this child to get the fuck on and stop losing your PDA. Because I like reading the dialogue. Timer, meteor, bad. You're no astronomer, but its trajectory looks suspiciously head-on. Apply correctly to the forehead. Head-on. Apply directly to the forehead. Head-on. Apply directly to the forehead. Okay, I'm sorry. Head-on with your current perspective. This is a troubling development. Jacob, high five your Colonel Sprite. You figure you've left him hanging long enough. Give him a little... That's not a little one. That's a little one. Jacob, attempt to ingest a unit of build grist. Yes, eat Eat your resources, gain their energy, level up, and become something more in life. Eat those fruit gushers. No way! No way! No way they actually use fruit gushers. I was just kidding. Guys, I was just kidding about fruit gushers. There's no fucking way. Did I put fruit gushers on my prediction list? I didn't. I should have put fruit gushers on my prediction list, because then I would have been right. Oh my god. Maybe I subconsciously remembered Fruit Gushers from when I first read it, like fucking 11 years ago. But no fucking way. No fucking way. I need to calm down. You editing these quotes to say Jacob because I fucking love you for that. Recursive. Thank you so much. You check the clown stitches. Yeah. It is tempting because they strongly they strongly resemble rocking blue raspberry gushes. Same fucking flavor, even. However, units of build grist are a gaming abstraction and do not seem to exist on the physical plane. There is currently no crisis so imminent that will deter you from contemplating idiotic and frivolous actions. Ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba. Gushers. Okay, I love the way his face is drawn here, by the way. Also, I assume this meant to be is this meant to be two build grist or a build grist and a gusher that is using the same art asset to represent each other? I don't know. Oh, father has arrived. Your dad is getting home. John, what did you do with your PDA this time? This time. That's weird. This time. I'm working on the bath. I'm working on the railroad. I'm working on the bathroom, but we are running low on build grist. How the fuck do you earn more resources in this goddamn game? Yeah, she can. She just starts screaming. Oh, TT revised the bathroom. Perfect. Um, I feel that somehow that should have consumed the carpet in some way, like she selects over it and then it disappears unless the clown mat is on a layer above quote unquote floor, and when you revise you selected the floor layer. Sims is weird. I'm gonna keep moving on. There's that same weird stretched out question mark again. Interesting. I'm gonna just use it twice. Door. So the door opens inward, I'm assuming, because otherwise he'd still be able to open it. So he has to be able to open. Yeah, no, the thing's blocking it. That was the doorway. I understand. I understand the joke. He's blocked by things. He's sitting in a goddamn bathtub. Okay, I'm gonna move on. Yes, toilet in the front yard is very confusing. I do not like. Jacob, run to your room and contact TT through Chum through your fucking home desktop computer. Two chums have been trying to message you. I'm very surprised that he's doing this through a desktop computer and not a fucking laptop like a 2008 child. Ah, yes. Actually, the problem sleuth reference is a lot funnier than what I was talking about. What was it? It was the busts that they busts were placed in front of the offices and they couldn't open the door. It was a bust of Ben Stiller, bust of Snoop Dogg, and there was a third bust that I cannot remember. Okay. So let's answer our chums. Yes, let's give our chums a good old answering, folk. Yes, we will answer them post haste. I'm working on the bathroom, but we are running low on build grist. Oh man, who cares about the bathroom? There's a meteor heading for my house. I see. Do you suppose it had anything to do with the game? I don't know, maybe. What do I do? I think it's very likely. The walkthroughs vaguely suggest an impending threat before they end. The already poorly constructed sentences become even more curt and ambiguous, as if written hastily and with a sense of alarm. Actually, their dedication to updating the walkthrough under some such circumstances is admirable. Whew, that was a... Whew, it was good. I got through that. Wow, fascinating. If the meteor is a game construct, I think the only thing to do is to proceed and try and solve the dilemma on the game's terms. Try using the lathe. It says you can use the card on it, but isn't more specific than that. Okay, I'll do that. Really, it is a labor to read this drivel. If I read any more, my brain will need to be spoon-fed from a jar. While it blows spit bubbles in a high chair, I think I will write my own walkthrough, that is, after we make sure that you don't die. Thank you, TT. That was wonderful. Oh god, I have to remember my TG voice. I think I did Dude Bro for him. It's been hours since I've had to do his voice. I heard you got the box. I hope you appreciate my heroic, fatherly perseverance in getting it to you. In my rough and tumble, dirty wife beaterly sort of way. Also, I hope you appreciate how many no-talent douches had their mitts on that bunny before you. It's like a grubby baton in some huge douchebag marathon. Hey, where are you? Oh man, the bunny was awesome. Awesome. The bunny was awesome, but I don't have time to talk. Talk. What the fuck is happening to my voice? I don't have time to talk. I'm playing Suburb, and it's kind of a nightmare. TT is breaking everything in my house. Dude, I told you to steer clear of that game. And for that matter, you should probably wash your hands of flighty broads and their snarky horse shit altogether. And now there's a big meteor coming. Turning Bostonian. Now there's a big meteor coming. I'm not even joking about that. It's like a big asteroid or comet or something in the sky, heading straight for my house, even though the text clearly says heading right for my house, because I just mentally edited the text so that when I read it, I could keep up with the energy I was producing. Oh man, how big is it? I don't know, big I guess. I gotta go. We'll talk later if I'm still alive and the Earth hasn't blown up. Like, the size of Texas or just Rhode Island? They're always throwing around these geographical comparisons to give us a sense of scale. Like it really means anything to us. But it's like it doesn't matter. It's always been just as like, wow, that's pretty fucking big. Like, Mr. President, there's a meteor coming, sir. Oh yeah? How big is it? It's the size of Texas, sir. Oh shit. Or, how big is it? It's the size of New York City, sir. Oh shit. Sir, I'm afraid to comment at the size. It's the size of your mom's dick. Oh snap. Sir, are you familiar with Jupiter? You mean like the planet? Yeah, well it's that big, sir. That sounds pretty big. I have a question. Is it Jupiter? Yes, sir. Earth is literally under siege by planet fucking Jupiter. Oh shit. Anyway, later. I needed a moment after that. I just needed a moment. Uh this is I'm having a great time, you guys. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm really glad I decided to do this tonight. I could have done a lot of things tonight that weren't this, but I'm glad I decided to do this. I'm really happy you guys are here right now. Those who came out to watch. And Saber and Riri Recursive for using the chat and talking, and Chixie for coming in earlier. Like, I really appreciate it. I don't get to do things this fun very often, so it means something to me that you're here. Anyway, weird emotional moment because I got really into role playing over. John is going to use the pre-punch card on the totem lathe. You slip the pre-punched card into a slot on the totem lathe. Above, the tool arm deploys a configuration of chisels. Now you just need something to lathe. Well, then yeah, it's a fucking lathe. I don't yeah. That's not how lathes work, I don't think. That's more of a sound wave. Lathes move up and down. What was it? Nintendo Labo sound wave. Waveform cards. So this is what I'm talking about is these. This is what that looks like. And I can see how you would, like a person who hasn't used a lathe before, been like, yeah, that's how lathes work. You just have a weird design that goes into the top and then it like lathes and moves around and shit. But lathe bits are more like they're not similar to drill bits. I don't know why I spelt it like I'm from the UK. Yeah, they're just like differently shaped points. They're not like a wave form. So I think that is the only thing mechanically so far I have a problem with the visual design. Okay, now we can get back to Homestuck now that I'm talking about lathes. You are correct. Yes, you use chisels. But the wave applied the way it looks in the picture to the object in the lathe. Right? So I think what the game's getting at, we have to put the Cruxide dowel in the lathe. So this differently shaped chiseled bit that's in here, where they're all linear, the dowel is going to be spinning horizontally with that coming down on it. So you can't use the shorter ones without the larger ones touching in already. And unless that's specifically exactly the thing you want to have done, it doesn't quite work out for what you need it to do. You would think that you could use that to make curved patterns, but how curved patterns actually come about on a lathe is when you lathe down to a certain height and then you you start chipping away by moving the bit back and forth, as opposed to the thing on I need to stop talking about lathes. I don't even work with lathes. I just saw I watched a lot of how it's made as a kid, and now I'm really passionate about lathes. I don't know, okay? I can't explain myself. Lathes are really cool to watch. Fuck. Lathes and any kind of metalworking. Metalworking is interesting as fuck. there's the TV show Forged in Fire. Forged in Fire is an amazing watch because you get to like watch like all these machinery and metalworking and cool things, and CNC mills are fucking cool. I don't think they're in Forged in Fire, but they're really cool. Speed. Okay, I need to not make Vinny Vine Sauce references on my Twitch stream tonight. Okay, Saber, I'm gonna link you later a thing that you would probably really enjoy watching. Okay, after this. Cursing your lack of foresight, you return to the balcony for the Crookside dowel you left on the pedestal because Jacob Ghostman is a fucking idiot. You navigate the hallway, leery of your dad, who's presently puzzling over the new fixture in his hallway. I have a question. I don't understand how these stairs work right here. I don't understand how this works. Is my mouse on the screen? There it is. I don't understand. Is there just no handrail or wall or anti-trip measure or anything that would prevent John Ghostman from just falling 8 or 10 feet down into a fireplace? I understand there's a wall here with a door. Oh, you mean, yes, I understand. Okay, I understand now. Yes, because the way the balcony's shaped. Gotcha. It was just represented in a weird way. I apologize. But yes, you are right. Recursive. It's two recursive. The perfect crime. This is the perfect crime committed by TT this day in the house of Jacob. The toilet was I can't. I am confused as how the game abstracted that the cake counted as one unit that was to be moved altogether. That bothers me. I get it as a joke. It's fucking hilarious. She just picks up the cake and it all goes together. But if that were the case, I don't want to think about it. I enter my bathroom and my toilet's like that. I exit my bathroom. I go to the other bathroom. I think there's 2 bathrooms in this house and go to the other one. The perfect crime. What is that from? What am I referencing? Yankee Jim. The Curse of Yankee Jim. I really like, if you like Your Movie Sucks, go watch Ralph the Movie Maker, because he is a phenomenal YouTuber. The Curse of Yankee Jim. Alright, I'll keep going. You retrieve the Crookside dowel. Dad just shrugs and heads back downstairs, presumably to do some more baking. If only he knew you were hard at work saving his ass. You might have seen the I Hate Everything crossover where he did a thing with YMS and with Ralph in one thing. Ralph also did a Cool Cat thing. I don't know. Yes, it was the review for Fred the movie, where I Hate Everything did the first one, and then Ralph did the second one, and then IHE did the third one, and he made a lot of cum jokes in that video. That's all I'm gonna say about it. Saving his ass is what we're doing. Jacob used the Cruxite dowel on the totem lathe. You clamp the Cruxite in the lathe using this wheel to clamp. This will do the clamp. Could you clamp 2 dowels and make a really long dowel? Probably. It'd probably fuck up with the pressure in the middle, because that's how usually, if they're not stuck together in some way, it'll just slip. You clamp the Cruxite in the lathe. Activate the lathe. We did that. As a person who's seen lathe work at least one time, that animation bothers me. I'm going to move on. Why the fuck was this rotating? This is what you rotate to clamp. Why was it rotating? Of all the things on a lathe that should be rotating, this wheel is not one of them. I'm gonna move on. The lathe carves 1-1 totem. You take the totem. You know, Hussey does a lot of things well. Lathes apparently is not one of them. I like how this card's just resting here forever. You're doomed. But so if this is supposed to be the rotating mechanism, right? Like you could hand rotate, then what mechanism in here, what clear mechanism is the clamping? Like it might be this, like it might be a lever that just clamps, but I'm pretty sure, like I don't know, I could be wrong. In fact, there's probably a like 80% chance I'm wrong. I'm not right about a lot of things. I was right about the fruit gushers, but I might have been I might have been cheating subconsciously. And we're back at our computer. Alright, I used the lathe to make this blue shapy thing, and now I guess I take it back to the Alchemixer again? Hello? And then like the fade out, like the circle fade out, like I can't. I should edit the YouTube version of this to have that, but I won't. Actually named. Where's my sword? Here it is. Fuck yes. I tend to over and under care about lore depending on the game. If the game is something I'm cared about mechanically, I will not really, like, I'll make up my own words for the shit. But if it's something I care about lore wise, I will get really into the lore and remember all the names. I'm very weird like that. Oh, jeez. Good job. Good job. You've got 2 minutes. And Jacob Ghostman cannot. Jacob Ghostman has to realize his inner powers. He has a destiny. And his destiny is to go ghost. He has to go inside the Fenton portal and become Danny Phantom And then he can truly be John Jacob Ghostman. Fuck. I am having a good time. I'm sorry. Let's move on. I appreciate all the hussy notes, by the way. I love that you're making hussy, you're like giving me the hussy notes, and I love that they're gonna be in the video afterwards. It's so good. His molecules were all rearranged. If I were a lesser person, I would look up the Danny Phantom intro, but I won't. I won't do it. You can't make me. I won't do it. Huzzah! We are at character 2. Character 2. I'm getting the Word document ready. The notepad's ready for character number 2. A young lady. What the fuck? Did it just blink black while I turned around, or was that me? Like, was there a weird flash of black? Oh, it was the thunder. Okay, that actually freaked me out. I'm not gonna lie. I'm notoriously bad with jump scares. I think I once streamed the original Amnesia to a group of friends, and during one of the first sequences where like it gets really trippy, I got so scared I turned off my monitor but kept playing the game, like kept walking forward. But I just did not want to look at it. I don't deal very well with horror content at all. I might stream it if people really want me to, and it would be kind of like a I suffer for your enjoyment thing. Maybe as like a reward or something for some milestone, something. But I don't do horror stuff usually. So I had a genuine little spook moment where I was reading chat, and I look over to keep reading the text, and it flashed, and I had a moment. I apologize. A young lady stands in her bedroom. Due to a violent storm, her house has just lost power, along with her wireless internet connection. This has severed her link to a popular video game she was playing with a young man in a critical moment. That young man is relying on this young lady to reestablish a connection somehow. This young lady named... It's on the tip of your tongue. What was the name of this young lady again? I'm tempted because I do know her name. I am gonna give her a different name. I do like how similar the first one was. And kind of like self-referential. But I don't know if I want to intentionally make it close to what it actually is, or just give her the name that I want to give her. Well, let's see what... Flighty Broad. Broad's a weird word. Broad. No, that wasn't it. Oh, she's very angry, actually. How about, Elizabeth? Liza for short. Liza... Liza Spookton. That's what I'm going with. That is the name I have come up with. Liza Spookton. This is her name. I've pulled up the document. This is her name now. It is Liza Spookman. Spookton, even. John is the ghost, and Liza is the Spookton. I'm having too much fun. A lot of it is that it's 3 a.m. and I've been streaming for 5 hours and I've never done a stream this long. But a lot of it is sharing this with other people. And a lot of it is Homestuck itself. It's very fun. I like talking at it. Alright, Liza Spookton. This is her name now. Fucking deal with it. Liza Spookton. That's what it says. Good. I joke, Rose is my fucking favorite character. Liza Spookton. Your name is Liza. As was previously mentioned, you are without electricity, although your laptop computer still functions on battery power. You have a variety of interests. You have a passion for rather obscure literature, as am I. You enjoy creative writing. Yeah, same. Somewhat secretive about it. Yes, same. I am this character. You could just call me Liza Spookton. Your fondness for the bestially strange and fictitious. Yes, I also have this interest. Yes. And sometimes dabble in psychoanalysis. Sometimes I have to be like a therapist for the people in my life. I am Liza Spookton. You also like to knit. I don't do that. I don't knit. I have a physical disability that prevents me from doing fine motor work. The closest I could get to that kind of intricate artistry is when I make Lego sculptures with my hands and my Legos. I might do that on stream because there is a digital Lego program that allows me to build and construct with Legos in a 3D space. And I would do it often. For fun. And my room is a bit of a mess, yes. So the only thing that separates me, the streamer, and Liza Spookton is the fact that I do not knit and she does. Kappa. And my room is a mess, yes. And on occasion, if just the right one strikes your fancy, you like to play video games with your friends. What will you do? Liza, retrieve your arms from the purple box. There is a purple box in the room. I realized I have read the text and been rambling about how me and Liza are so very similar, but I have not investigated the room. So let's see. We have my cursor. We have a laptop. See, I mentioned it was strange that Jacob Ghostman had a desktop when I feel like more kids at this time would have a laptop. So she has a laptop and a book and her copies of her both discs of Sburb. She's got a weird Cthulhu, apparently Fluthulu figure. And some really fucked up shit above her bed that honestly I might not have. I don't think I want to wake up and see Cthulhu as the first thing in the morning. I don't think that's very me, but I support Liza completely in her desires and ambitions. So, what I'm actually crazy interested in this frame is not the violin, it's not the knitting needles or the notebooks or anything, or the weirdly copy-pasted graphic chair. It's these drawings. Can we talk about these drawings? Can I zoom in? Do you see these drawings? These drawings are wild. Like there is a one-eyed kid with a gun and a young lady with straight hair. And they are not, like, they really aren't copacetic with everything in the room. They don't look like photographs look in this universe. Like, you could see, like, this is a photograph with a Cthulhu head on it. And then that kind of stuff. But these look like drawings. There's nothing in the room other than those pictures that implies Sir Sigmund Freud pasted on a wall and drove a Lovecraftian monster on top of that. Perfect, Hussey, perfect. I just like that this... I do love purple. I need more purple, actually, in this picture. The whole thing needs to be purple. Her headband needs to be purple. Somebody commented on my Reddit post, oh my. Somebody asked me if I was doing it all in one sitting. Let me reply. I am apparently just going as long as possible. It's been 5 hours, and we're on page 217. It's going great. That's my reply. Okay. All right. So I need to unhugify that so that we can read it. Let's retrieve our arms for the purple box. I think the only thing I was talking about was that implies a part of her character that wasn't fully established by the intro. Hey, what's up, man? Bean Dono. Bean Dono. We are pretty far in. And I'm doing voices and I'm doing the whole shebang, but I'm also doing a couple, like, some light, literary analysis to stuff and character analysis, though I am mostly blind for everything past Act 1. Yes, it is me. You've summoned me. The purple package's contents are private. No one is allowed to look inside. And I am answering chat questions and we're just interacting. We're having a good time. Recursive is posting, apparently, Andrew Hussey creator notes that go along with certain pages, which is really fun. And I'm renaming all the characters. So this is Liza Spookton. That is her name. Liza, ride like a flagellum and puke on your bed. Apparently that's what she's doing. Oh, thank you, Bean Dano, for joining the Fox Clan and being possessed by the Kitsune. We will let you go in approximately 35 years. Thank you. What a terrible idea. The thought alone makes you sick to my stomach. Sick to your stomach. Because you are Liza. I am not you, Liza. We went over this earlier. Liza, stroke your writing journal and mutter, "My precious." That is a movie reference, if I believe. And now to lose all the credit I have earned throughout this 5 hour, 26-minute stream. I have not seen or read any of Lord of the Rings. You cannot physically see it right now because I do not have a camera, but I am dabbing fiercely upon you. You would only resort to such an embarrassing activity while no one was watching. These journals are for your eyes only. Liza, get your violin. Oh, I mean, Saber, if we want to hang out and do the whole thing, like, I want to do that. That's a thing I want to do with somebody, and I would totally do it with you. I mean, fair enough, but we're doing it. Just if we are going to continue to be friends, we're doing it. I'm just saying. You capture log the violin, storing it in the root Storing it the root card. Is that grammatically correct? I don't know if it's Sylladex grammar that I don't understand or if that's a grammatical error. Storing it the root card. If I keep going the way I've been going, this stream will take another week. I think we calculated it out to 175 hours earlier. So I don't think we'll get to all of it this stream. We've already been going for 5.5 hours. I've only taken a 5-minute break. There is a lot of speculating that's happening. I can show you the character list and the predictions that I've made. I'm trying to now analyze what's going on, make predictions. It is 8,000 pages. I'm just saying it's been 5 hours and I've done 200. My pace doesn't seem like an all-in-one stream thing. I'm expecting it to take many days. I've already have a second stream planned for Monday. Like, this is gonna be a trip. I'm gonna put something down here. I genuinely think this is gonna happen. Sure, go ahead. But I genuinely think that Liza's penchant for writing or for drawing that is hinted at in her room that I am completely just making an assumption about. I think it's gonna come back, and it's gonna be like a did you pay attention moment. But that's just me. What is the suggestion? Oh, Beandino, awesome. For context, I think you read in the Reddit post. I think I've read through Act 1 when it came out in 2009, and that's it. I've played Hive Swap because I really like adventure games. Sure. I don't know if I want links, but sure. Oh shit. You're right, you can't see the video. I fucked up. Anyway, you waste approximately 40 seconds playing the violin while your friend is in peril. Nice time management the skills there, sweetheart. Sweetheart? That's cute. I liked it. Good job, Liza. I'm gonna remember all these fucking names. I'm not gonna get tripped up anymore. I may have said John 5 times, but I'm not gonna do it anymore. Jacob, tell Liv Tyler you love her before impact. Excuse me, what? Since your good-for-nothing friend is obviously not going to bail you out in time, you issue words of parting fondness to dear, sweet Liv. Oh, if only Affleck could have been the one to make the final sacrifice instead of her stubborn, blue-collar, salt-of-the-earth father, then she would fall into your arms for consolation, and you would be the one to make the deceased Bruce Willis proud. Excuse me? What the fuck did I just read? Why our boy macking on Liv Tyler? As Red Boy would say. Oh, my meds. They fall. Liza, capture log, knitting supply bag. Also, Beandino, I apologize if Me swapping out the names for fun bothers you while I'm reading. uh, you can obviously see them on screen, but it's just fun for me, and I apologize. You get the knitting bag. It occupies the left leaf card under the violin, per the tree modus's alphabetical sorting method. K is less than V. K is less than V? You're in reverse alphabetical? Why are we in reverse alphabetical? Wait. Now I'm just trying to think if there's any actual reason to be in reverse alphabetical weight. Oh, gotcha. K is before. So I was looking at the symbol and thinking less than. So K is less than V, which is correct if you apply an alphanumerical, or if you apply a numerical, sorry, context to each one. K would be a single digit number, V is like 19 or 20 or something. So K is less than V mathematically, is what I was coming up. This, you, which one? The one that just came up? The Harlequin with bits cut into it that I was speculating is going to be the new god of this world that is being created by this process. Oh, what I meant was by reverse alphabetical that it was from like since the violin is on top of K, so violin is the top of the tree, and then K is below violin, or knitting is below violin, so that since its number is less than, it goes under the violin, which is a bigger number. That's just what I was thinking. Saber, the only thing I remember from what I read and I don't know if this is actually Act 2 stuff, but I just remember this. I know that, the Turn Tech Godhead character, I know that he renames items to get them sorted differently. That is a thing that I know. I don't know why I remember that specific thing, but he uses a different term for items to get them fit differently in his Sylladex. That is the only thing I remember. That, and I think that there was a Flash where you play there's that audio pad where you have different drum beats assigned to different buttons. There's one of those, and that's all I remember. About her modus, or oh, tree modus. Okay, okay, but I like. So I guess I am one of the persons who really wants to understand how the modi work. Since for being sake, I am very invested in game design and iconography and also in like all this technology stuff. I genuinely want to understand it and see if he presents it in a way and then goes back on himself or something. Well, Liza's gonna look out the window, so this is what we're doing. Your panoramic window offers a view of your yard below and the mausoleum housing your dead cat, Jaspers, who died when you were young. Your mom had the structure erected with a spirit of scornful irony in response to your youthfully innocent request to hold the funeral for the animal. At least that is how you have come to interpret the gesture in retrospect. You can also make out a silhouette of the laboratory next door, a facility which likely broadcasts a strong wireless internet signal. You may be able to connect to the signal from a different part of the house. Perhaps if you seek higher ground. Jasper's is apparently a dead cat. You are correct. I called the dead cat. Did I put that on my sheet? I did not. I should have put it on the sheet. They mentioned killing a cat during Jacob's storyline where he was saying that he could drop the Colonel Sassacres and kill a cat. That was fucked up. I took notice of that, and now there is a dead cat. No, please don't actually have those books. That's really bad. But now there is a dead cat in the story, so I call the dead cat. Saying it now. I don't really care that much. I'm just being obnoxious. Liza, get your laptop. You take your laptop and prepare to make the journey through the house. L is less than V. L is greater than K. Is L greater than K? L is less than V. Yeah, that all makes sense. This causes the tree to be unbalanced, so your Sylladex auto-balances itself. Now the laptop occupies the root card, while the other two comprise the leaves. Sorry, not compromise. K is less than L, V is greater than L. So what I am picturing this as is, if you remember your middle high school math classes where you were studying mean, median, and mode, it looks like this tree is based off of the median of the numbers you present itself when it rebalances. So L is the median, so it becomes the top card. Then K goes to the left because it is less than, and V is greater than, so it goes to the right. This is how I understand her modus. I will now move on. Liza, examine the book on your desk. This book is absolutely indispensable for enthusiasts of your ilk, of which there are very few. Liza, take the book. I didn't fucking read the title of the book. I am going to go back, read the title. It is the Grimoire for Summoning the Zoologically Dubious. My favorite. Actually, my favorite book might be the Daniel Bryan autobiography, but that's because I am a nerd. You take the Grimoire. G is less than L, G is less than K. Therefore, G goes under K. You leave your bedroom. Hanging just next to your door in the hallway is a painting of an exquisite wizard. Your mother collects these awful things ironically. She must know how much you detest them, and there is no doubt in your mind she stores these dreadful things in your house to bother you. Down the hall to the right is the way to the observatory, where perhaps you will be able to connect from up there. Your mother's room is also in that direction. You'll have to watch your step. Sketchy looking zip file. That's great. I'm just imagining Joel and Windows destruction and just downloading toolbars and the flaming death sword. Oh, I love Joel. Joel gives me life. Liza, tiptoe to the observatory. There are many people in my chat right now, and I very appreciate it. Thank you so much, all of you. You approach a juncture in the hallway. Beyond the juncture is the observatory. So, here I now, again, bring up a important architectural point. What the fuck? There are no railings. There are no side ledges. It is just a fucking drop down a staircase that does not look supported. What the fuck? This child could literally fucking die. This house is fucked, correct. Just making that point. Let's move on. Damn, this is scary. Liza, sneak by. Yeah, you do that. Smooth moves, kid. There's another wizard. I like how the observatory door is marked by a large, extremely simplified icon of a observatory placed next to the weirdly indoor rounded door. It is amazing. I also love it. It couldn't have just had the words observatory on the door or even the iconography on the door. It's next to the door and very large. And there's no, like, it's great. This door leads up to the observatory. You haven't ventured up there in quite some time. What the fuck is this? What is with Homestuck and the lack of fucking railings? Why must every time I traverse a house or a building in Homestuck so far that I have to risk fucking falling off an edge and dying? I have a fear of heights. I'm not even gonna contest that there's an observatory upstairs. There was like a lab down the street. It's just the fact that there's no safety railings anywhere. Not even like fucking Pokemon waist-high walls. You can't go this way over the ledge. You can only go down ways over the ledge. Fucking Pokemon. So I'm just gonna take a breath and let's move on. The door leads to an exterior walkway with no fucking railing leading to the observatory entrance. You've seen less inclement weather before. Oh, the things you'll do to help out a friend. She's gonna get blown off that fucking railing and fucking die. Liza, hurry up to the observatory and try to connect to your friend. Holy shit, that is for sure a stock image of a telescope. That's fucking amazing. It doesn't make sense in the 3D space it's located in, but that's okay. I appreciate the ability to just find a image that works and not have to draw things. You first put your laptop on the floor to get it situated, but removing it from the root card causes all the branches and leaves to be severed. Your items are dumped unceremoniously on the floor. Thankfully, this modus does not work the way that Jacob's modus works, where if something falls out of your inventory, it instead rockets horizontally at 90 miles per hour through the nearest window. Thankfully. Yeah, she didn't necessarily doom him on purpose. She was helping, and then she disconnected because inclement weather. I can't blame Liza for that. She doesn't deserve that. It's wild the way Streamlabs works, because I can see like 8 people in chat and it says I have 2 viewers. So I'm not gonna comment. She was trying to fix his bathroom. That is true. She wasn't actually helping. She was trying to fix the I guess that's kind of help. Oops, that was kind of helping, but I mean, it made it worse. You're in a hurry, sure, but that doesn't mean you can't take a moment to peek through the huge telescope. You find a gap in the clouds. It seems a flurry of smaller meteoroids is streaking steadily overhead. You're not sure what this means, but it is somewhat disconcerting. Liza, stack laptop on grimoire to maximize elevation. That is better for your back. If you have everything at a good level and are sitting straight as possible, it is good computer usage. I was actually not doing that and took the moment to readjust. Yes, my favorite grimoire, the one that says grimoire on the side, and not what it is about. Thanks, Owl in Denial. Welcome, welcome. Just for a quick catch up, because I've been doing this for everybody who joins, I am naming all the characters before their name gets revealed for fun, and I am trying my best to do voices. And I am trying to do big overall predictions for what's gonna happen. I only have context for Act 1 at most, because I read it when it came out 11 years ago, and now I'm back to Homestuck. So, Rose, fuck me, I just said I was doing this. Liza Spookton, which is her name. Her name is Liza Spookton now. Liza, short for Elizabeth. Liza, Access Laboratory Wi-Fi Network. Oh, dear God. Wait. I have questions. Also, Owl in Denial, I will be making broad literary analysis and character analysis and just speculating and guessing. Speculating on random things that might be true or might not. This gift has a lot of things. Yes, you're right. What I am interested in is her alternate. That's another one. That's another one. Her alternate browser, cause I am gesticulating a lot. You can hear me do it. Jacob Ghostman's browser is Typhus. And there's so many references here. Cetus? Oh my god, I love the references. They're so good. Associated with whales. Cetus the sea monster who was slain by Perseus. See, I love this shit. This is stuff that gets me excited. It's the fact that their browsers are named after these things. I rambled a bit about Gnosticism because of the green character's name and how that reflects. I speculated that the end boss or the game abstraction itself is in some way Abraxas or Yaldabaoth from the Gnosticism connection. It's very interesting. I'm really excited. Okay, so there's her browser, there's the lab Wi-Fi's client reconnecting. Is there anything else I need to be looking at? Detritus. I like that she has a folder named Detritus. What about the Wi-Fi? Like there's different names, or that there are different strengths? What should I be? I'm not quite sure. SN Lab. Oh, the 413. Gotcha. I got it. It's Wi-Fi 413 that's unsecured. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. I hate it. I fucking hate the 413 shit. But that's fine. That's fine. It's fine. You need to have a big numbers thing. We had a discussion about Lost earlier. I need to stop bringing up the numbers. I'm gonna lose my mind. There are several signals being broadcasted from the laboratory, each of relatively decent strength. One of them is mysteriously and quite conveniently unsecured, requiring no password. Don't you fucking put those numbers in my chat. I'm so mad. I will pull a Hurley and get the fuck out of here. You select the signal and reconnect to the game with John. John seems to be doing a... Fuck! His name isn't fucking John. It's Jacob. I changed it. Fuck. It's been 6 hours. 11. I'm back. Hurry up and open my door. Not that it matters. Not that it even matters. I think I'm probably dead no matter what. Patience. You still haven't used the new totem. I believe it will create the item on the punch card. So, what is it? Like an apple or something? What good will that even do? We'll see. I found no evidence that anyone has successfully created the item. And the content of the card appears to be variable from session to session. In one instance, it was described as an eggy locking thgun. Sick. Do we have enough of those building jewels to make it? According to the Athenium, it is a free item. This speaks to its importance in my view. Now, off you go. Cool, gotcha. Have I seen the ghost of John? What the fuck are you talking about? There's no one named John anywhere near me and or this comic. This is Jacob Ghostman. How fucking dare you? No, I haven't. Sorry. I feel sorry. I feel bad for attacking you now. I didn't know it was a song reference. Liza, please remove door from the hinges. Hinges. Oh, somebody should actually go back and clip the Dave, size of the meteor rant that I made earlier. That was wonderful. I don't mean Dave. That is not his name. I don't know what his name is. Shut the fuck up. But, that rant was just fucking wonderful. Well, there goes the rest of your build, Grist. Liza, put the bathtub back. You probably should have just done this in the first place. Jacob, take Totem to Alchemita. Gotta get those stupid blocks out of the way fast. The Colonel Sprite is getting awfully worked up about all this. Gotcha. Liza, remove blocks. You store the perfectly generic objects in your Finalia registry, potentially to be deployed at a later time. I do really... I need to give you a thing. Can I make you able to? I don't know if I can make you able to post links. Give me a second. I have to... Now I gotta screw with Streamlabs stuff. Woo woo. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Damn. Is this a thing I can Google and get that same link? Is it like a video on YouTube now or something? What? Tell me everything before the .net. We'll get there. We'll get there eventually. We're gonna make it. You and me. We're doing this together. Oh, it was the, yeah, it's the www. It just zoomed in on that. Oh, okay, perfect. It's here. Is my layout okay? Can you see it? It looks small. Should I zoom in? Let's zoom in for this one. All right, I'm ready. You guys ready? Are we ready, kids? I literally cannot hear you. Oh, man. Somebody said yes. I'm so excited. Okay. I'll go back. I'm trusting you. I'll do as you say. Alright. Well, let's just do it. Click to play. Click where? Ooh. Okay. I might talk over it a little bit. Oh, it made an apple. Yeah, it made a tree and it made an apple. That's important. That's important thematically. It's reference to the Bible, to creation. Oh no, Dad. Do you actually want? Because I think I could give one. It means leggy boy goes numph. That was cool. I did enjoy it. Fuck the apple. Okay. End of Act 1. We've done Act 1. It only took us exactly 6 hours. It took us 6 hours to do 247 pages. I don't know if that's good or bad, or like, are we on pace? Are we off pace? Are we really slow? It's a lot. I am 100% good to keep going for a little while more. It's good because, okay, obviously, right? Like, and I don't know many other Hearthstone streamers. Act 1 in 2 hours. I could have finished that in 2 hours, but then I just didn't. I wouldn't. What's the point? It is 8,000 pages. So I could run right through it, but what's the point? Like, yeah, like I'm trying to share what my experience is like and what I'm thinking about. Okay, you got me. I can't. I bet you that none of the other streamers took a 10-minute discussion on lathes because there was a lathe in Homestuck. Okay, I'm sorry. This is a journey, and I need you guys to join me on it. We're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship. You can quote me on that. That is a direct quote. Thank you, Saber. We all need more lathe discussions in our Homestuck racing. Yes, zooming through this. Okay. So, I can call it here and do an Act 1 overview of my feelings, or we can keep going. What do you guys feel? The several of you that are here. There are several people here. It was based on a little, like, important person kids educational thing. I think that's what it was called, and then they made the show out of that. I'm 75% sure that's what it is. Like, there was also an educational program called Little Einsteins that you could also do. Why are we talking about Little Einsteins? I want... This is why this has taken 6 hours. Because I love my fucking chat. um, I need to know, like, do you guys want me to do a recap and stop? I know Al just got here. Um, but or I could keep going for a couple more hours, but I don't think we'll get to end of Act 2 tonight. And this is getting cut up into chunks and put up on YouTube, probably 1 to 2 hour chunks if each session's going to be 6 hours or 8 hours or something. I mean, I can go another 2 or 3 hours, honestly. I'll stream 9 hours. Tomorrow's, I mean, today, for me, is Saturday and I don't have anything to do. I'll just sleep in until 4 tomorrow. Let's go. All right, so we're going on? Sure, let's do it. Let's go. I should not attempt to do like deep growly things after streaming and talking about Homestuck for 6 hours. That was a bad play. Years in the future, but not many, a wayward vagabond records a stuttering step in the sun-bleached dust. Go for it. I appreciate you being here. If you have to head out, that's okay. I will, I provided a link to my YouTube in the chat somewhere. I will provide another one later on. There's one underneath. I mean, no, go rest. You don't, like, I'm really glad you're having a good time, but don't, like, physically knock yourself out. um, Surrender consciousness. Yeah, like, do what you need to do. I'm just saying you can find this stuff later if you wanted to rewatch it or catch up. You know, just trying to be courteous. But I am super good to go. I do need to know if I need to click this link. Okay, we're clicking the link. Homestuck, my favorite comic featuring no text, apparently. Okay. Let me actually look at this. What are we looking at? We've got desert, hooded figure, question mark. Legs are drawn differently to the kid's legs. That is not a child. That is not a human, I would say. It is the same damn question mark, just recolored. Still weirdly stretched, you're right. I like his robe. That's made of different strips of stuff wrapped around. That is, you're right, it is a wayward vagabond. He finds the spirograph that's on all the suburb iconography. Iconography. I can do words. Okay, is that it? Is that it? Okay. Oh, hell yeah. Are you guys excited for me to read a GameFAQs walkthrough? I'm gonna need a moment if I'm gonna go 100% ham. Winnie the Pooh too. I do like that all the other ones follow the the kind of like first name, secondary name kind of style that all the other characters have in their IDs. So like Sanctuary Remix, Chaos Demon is a little less, but like Sanctuary Remix is pretty good. Winnie the Pooh 2 though is probably the best. I hope that is the main character of Homestuck 2. I'm not willing to commit to this joke enough to write it in my predictions. But I will think of this. So, interestingly, I did mention before that when Liza was talking about the game facts, there being already game facts walkthroughs and that she should make them, I was like, and then Jacob brings up, oh, there's it's a new game. I'm surprised there's game fact stuff. I was also surprised until I remembered that they got theirs 3 days late. And like on here, Sanctuary Remix posted his walkthrough on 4/10, which was the day that Jacob was supposed to receive the beta initially. So I do like that. That's cool. That's a cool little thing. Okay, so let me read this introduction. This is by Liza, so let me see if I can do the whole thing in the Liza voice. Caveats and condolences. I'd be inclined to dispense with the trite even under less pressing circumstances. Needless to say, I'll forego the inscrutable ASCII banner which typically heralds the striking freefall of these documents. I'll also resist the urge to brandish any copyright marks or the particular neuroses that concerns itself with the theft of the utterly mundane. I'll allow other deranged prospectors to stake claims on their worthless plots as the woods burn around them. My introduction will be sparse. There will be no majestic prose blustering into the sails of a galleon as we embark on this voyage together. Nor will there be any ham-fisted prose whipping its limbs under a bedsheet like a retarded ghost for that matter. I won't set the stage or dim the lights. The mood, you will see, will be set soon enough. Since you are reading this, chances are you have installed this game on your computer already. If this is true, like many others, you have just participated in bringing about the end of the world. But don't beat yourself up about it. That was weirdly Irish. Don't beat yourself up about it. There is never anything you could have done to prevent it. The end is happening right now, as I type, and as you read. I have come to understand that there was those always doomed through our collective ignorance, and now further doomed by those few who know and struggle to flee. If you're lucky, you'll be among the smaller subset of the latter who are successful. What I mean is that while that game you installed is just one more grinding slab of rock sealing our planet's crypt, it is also your only hope to live. I'm presently faced with the same conundrum as you, and though I speak with more experience, my own outcome is far from absurd, or assured even. I will play the game, as much of it as there is to play, and record my findings here. If you want to live, you will do as I instruct. My condolences, TT. Though that's really cool that there are real game facts accounts. That's pretty cool. It kind of kills my point about the 2-word names, but I don't know, maybe he got that idea from looking up game facts accounts. And at least Winnie the Pooh 2 is real. That's it, guys. We made our waifu real. Thank God. They've robbed us of our fire. What the fuck? Fire is only supposed to exist in our fireplace and nowhere else. That's what we said earlier. Now there's demons outside? That's fucking shitty. We are trapped in hell. We are trapped on our... Do I know about the actual game? Do I? I don't know. I like that there's a big and a little name. Because there's an underscore. And there's an uppercase letter on the second name. And the names are relevant to the characters and the themes in the overall story. I like that. Otherwise, I don't know what the gimmick is. So House got banished to Aether. Cool. They were monsters. We are in... That's a very suspicious ring. I don't know if that's art or if that's an actual ring. It looks like the game... If it's the game that did this, then I'm going to mute the audio. Stop it. Okay. If it's the game that did this, we're just assuming the game did this. It drew a small area around every interactable object or whatever it perceived as an interactable object around the house and took that with it. And that's neat. I don't know what else to say about that, but that's neat. It explains why the PDA over here is on his own little podium and the tree and stuff, and the car is still attached. Because it kind of just decided for itself, hey, these are things the player might need, and just took it with it. The kernel divides. The two halves go their separate ways, leaving behind the sprite portion. So that is a point. Somebody made a point that is it the house that's been extracted, or did everything around it get destroyed? That is a good point. There are rings above the house now. I was gonna say something. Okay, I'm gonna pull up the sheet real quick. I'm sorry. The game is about making God. Okay. And alternatively, also the fucking Harley Quinn will kill us for this. Okay. So we have the God egg that we hatched using a sledgehammer through a trial per se. I don't want to say like a hero's journey. Hero's journey trial, but maybe it could be. I don't know. Jacob does the thing, gets the egg pops out. If the game, I don't think this is true. I don't think this is about making God. I'm gonna backspace this. This is about making, a pantheon. This is about making all the gods, not a god or the god. This is about, our sprite separated into two halves, one of which is colored in a generically light way, one in a dark way, one left behind. The implications I'm getting is that the sprite, we have made two versions or a pair of gods, like in Gnosticism. Speaking of Gnosticism again, you have the multiple paired gods that live in the world of ideas. One of which of those gods made Yaldabaoth in the physical world, but they have these paired gods, and I'm thinking maybe that's what we just did, or what Jacob just did, was create a pair of gods. And if all of these characters, like if we assume that all the characters are going to enter and also have a sprite and it also split, and if everything's exactly the same with every character, then they're making eight opposed gods. So 4 and 4 on a light and dark side. Represented by, I guess, what gets prototyped. So we're gonna have a good god of harlequins and humor, and we're gonna have a pissed Joker god that is pissed that we cut its arm off. And I told you, I it's gonna happen. I'm standing by this. We're going to get killed by a one-armed, one-eyed Satan with a jester cap. That's what's gonna happen. This is what's gonna kill us. This is how he dies. And he can't die. He's not allowed to die. He Jacob Ghostman not allowed to die. I think we established that. And yes, Owl, this is why reading Act 1 took me 6 hours. I'm so sorry. Alright, let's get back to Homestuck. Oh wait, wait. What is it? What are we waiting? Oh, you are right. We can put we have a new boy. We have a new boy. I can't fucking spell because it's almost 4 a.m. Yeah. Okay, Wayward Vagabond. That's the guy. That's the one we saw. He doesn't have a chat thing. Not human. Is he? I don't. No, trolls. Trolls have horns and are gray. This is a thing I remember because I knew I mentioned somebody in my family cosplayed them once. And there's the troll guy. That's the guy from Spy Kids 3 that we talked about earlier. But again, this guy's not human. That's all I know. Oh, not human. Troll, maybe? Maybe. We don't know. Okay. Boy. I feel like this is Dark Souls now. Not Dark Souls, fuck. God of War, the new one. Boy. Oh, the one left behind. Oh, maybe well, now I just rambled about making the two gods. Maybe we made 3. Maybe this is a kind of child god that Jacob is entrusted with to raise and teach the ways of morality. I don't know. This is rambling. This is the Dark Souls of webcomics. Thank you, Saber. What is left of the sprite undergoes a mysterious transformation. For a moment you thought you heard someone say boy, as if whispered in the periphery of your awareness. It was probably just your imagination, though. You there, boy. I don't know, is this who's is this isn't the normal quote unquote narrator. This is somebody else. Who is boy? Should I do a whispery voice? I'm not sure. You there, boy.